It's the NFL on EA Sports. And featured this week is C.J. Mosley. He was terrific defensively last week with 11 tackles. It's the Jets and the Commanders, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New York Jets and the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And CD, you look at Washington coming into play here. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, and Zach Wilson.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Wilson going to come out throwing. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Wilson. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So here are the Commanders making their way out. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Boston. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Boston. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got the connection to Moore. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 29, Wilson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run with Hall. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Hall. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. From the 39, Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 57 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. On 2nd and 9, Wilson throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and
that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And they'll try to run the option here.
Holding, offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Boston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. To throw on 2nd down. Boston. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
New York's offense back out there and set to go. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. On 2nd down and 4, Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Wilson. Caught on the slant. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. We're scoreless after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Jets now to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Forced out to his left. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked by Kendall Fuller. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick-6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick-6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So out now come the Jets. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
So here's Washington now to take over. They're trying to get back on track. They had the loss last week to the Dallas Cowboys. The good news, they've got the lead right now. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Now, I tell you what, partner, I think this guy's going to like running behind his new offensive line.
I agree with you, and you can never have enough good runners. They usually provide a nice little spark with their new team.
Throwing on 1st down. Boston looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Boston. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Operating from the gun. Boston. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Boston steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. Hall has it knocked loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Hall again on 2nd down. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. It's taken to the 26. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Boston, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Looking to throw. Boston slings this deep from McLaurin. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. Touchdown! Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, and it's the Dolphins who have the lead in that one. Cedric Wilson, a touchdown reception. From there, we head a little further north up to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. The Titans locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore and check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Rashad Bateman, a touchdown reception. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for Washington, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Gibson on the read option. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll try and run the option left side. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. A beautiful fake. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. John Bates, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Boston. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a give up the middle. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Back to throw. Boston. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Hall again on 2nd down. Able to slither by. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing to start the drive. Boston, he's going to fire one deep left sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The New York set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Wilson. Finding Moore on the out route for the completion. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Wilson will throw again. This pass out wide to Hall. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. On the draw, it's Hall. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll go again with Hall. A nice move he had, but can't break